Hello everyone. In this video, I'll explain about maxima and minima, which is one of the application of derivatives. First, let us define maximum and minimum of a function. So let f be a function defined on an interval I, then f is said to have a maximum value in I if there exists a point C in I such that f of C is greater than f of x. So f of C will be the highest of the values of the function in that particular interval. Then f is said to have a maximum value in that interval, and the number f of C is called the maximum value of f in that particular interval I, and C is called a point of maximum value, or it is maximum point. So it is C is called point of maximum value of f in I. So that means f is said to have a maximum value in I if there exists a point C in I such that f of C will be the highest value of the function in that particular interval. Similarly, we can define f is said to have a minimum value, that is minimum value we can define if there exists a point C in that particular interval such that f of C is the least, f of C is less than f of x for all x in I. So in that case we will said to be f of C is said to be the minimum value of f in I, and the point C is called point of minimum value. So here f of C will be the least of all the values of the function in that particular interval. So then it is called to be the minimum value in that particular interval. If f of C is either a maximum or a minimum, then f is said to have an extreme value. If f of C is either a maximum value or a minimum value, then we say that f have an extreme value in I. If it has either maximum or minimum, then f is said to have an extreme value in that particular interval. The number f of C is called extreme value of f. It can be either maximum or minimum, then it is said to be the extreme value of f, and C is called an extreme point. That means it will be either maximum or minimum. Such a point is known as the extreme point. Now let us see some examples. Find the maximum and minimum values, if any, of the function f of x is equals to x square. X is a real number. Now f of x is x square, so f of that is y is equals to x square. So this represents a parabola. So this is the shape of the graph. So here from the graph itself you can see that the minimum value is 0. Minimum value is 0 and it will go on. There is no maximum value for this. So here x belongs to R, f of x is equal to x square, and for any x belongs to R, square of that number, x square is greater than or equal to 0. So that means f of x is greater than or equal to 0. F of x will be greater than or equal to 0. So that means the minimum value of f of x, minimum value of f of x is equal to 0. minimum value of f of x equal to 0 and it is greater than or equal to 0. So this particular problem easily you can identify from the graph. So no maximum value for this function f of x is equals to x square. There is no maximum value and minimum value is at f of x is equals to 0, and this minimum value is attained at x is equals to 0. So minimum value we attain when x is equals to 0. So minimum value of the function is 0 and 0 is the point of minimum value and it has no maximum value. If the same function is f of x is equals to x square, x belongs to closed interval -2 to 1. If we restrict like this, then it will have both maximum and minimum. If you restrict it to -2 to 1, so here in this case the maximum will be 4. Maximum value equals to 4 at x is equals to -2. So minimum value will be always 0 only if 0 is included in that. This interval 0 is included. So that means it will have minimum value will be at minimum value is equal to 0 and x is equals to 0. So if you restrict the domain, then it will have maximum also. This particular function, if you restrict the domain, then it will have maximum value also. So now the second example, find the maximum and minimum values of the function f of x is equals to 9x square plus 12x plus 2. So f of x is 9x square plus 12x plus 2. So the same way which we did for the previous example, let us complete this as a square. So 9x square plus 12x plus 2, this can be written as 3x plus 2 the whole square. That is, if you expand this, you'll get 9x square plus 12x plus 4 minus 2. So the same function we can write it as 9x square plus 12x plus 2 it can be written as 3x plus 2 the whole square minus 2. So now we have to find the maximum and minimum of this particular function. So now for any x belongs to R, 3x plus 2 the whole square, this is a square, so it is always greater than or equal to 0. 3x plus 2 the whole square is greater than or equal to 0. So that implies 3x plus 2 the whole square minus 2 is greater than or equals to minus 2. 3x plus 2 whole square minus 2, that is by taking minus 2 on both sides. So 3x plus 2 whole square minus 2 greater than or equal to minus 2. So that implies f of x is greater than or equal to minus 2. So therefore f of x should be, the least value of f of x should be minus 2. So therefore minimum value of f of x is equal to minus 2. Minimum value of f of x equal to minus 2. So in this case also there is no maximum value for x belongs to R. No maximum value for f of x. So now to find the minimum point, So the value, minimum value is attained when x is, this 3x plus 2 becomes 0. So 3x minimum value is attained when 3x plus 2 equals to 0, or x is equals to minus 2 by 3 at x is equals to minus 2 by 3. So when x is equals to minus 2 by 3, so this will become 0, and the minimum value is attained at x is equals to minus 2 by 3. So this also does not have a maximum value. This example also, if the domain is restricted, then it will have a maximum value. Now the third example, find the maximum and minimum values, if any, of the function f of x is equals to mod x, where x is a real number. Now this mod x is also a standard function, so from the definition you can see that mod x value is always greater than or equals to 0 for any real number. So that means for any x belongs to R, f of x equals to mod x is greater than or equals to 0. So therefore minimum value of f of x is 0, and it is attained at x is equals to 0, and it has no maximum value. So mod x has no maximum value, and the minimum value is 0, attained at x is equals to 0. Again, this also, if you restrict the domain to any closed interval, it will have a maximum value also. Now to another example, find the maximum and minimum values, if any, of the function f of x is equals to x plus 1, x belongs to open interval minus 1 to 1. So you have to find the maximum and minimum of this one, but x belongs to open interval minus 1 to 1. So this y is equals to x plus 1. So this will represent a straight line. So this is a linear equation. So it will represent a straight line. Now since x belongs to open interval minus 1 to 1, so when you draw the graph of this one, it will be from minus 1 to 1, but both will be hollow circle. That means both and these 2 points are not included. X is equals to minus 1 and plus 1 are not included. So because of that reason, minus 1 and 1, so this we cannot find any maximum value or minimum value for this particular function. X belongs to open interval minus 1 to 1. So because of this, the interval is an open interval, this function f of x does not have minimum value or maximum value. It does not have minimum value or maximum value. Now suppose we change the interval to y is equals to x plus 1. X belongs to closed interval minus 1 to 1. So if we include the endpoints y equals to x plus 1, x belongs to closed interval minus 1 to 1, then it will have both maximum as well as minimum, because in that case the endpoints are included. So in that case minimum value will be is equal to 0. Minimum value is 0 at x is equals to minus 1, and maximum value is equals to 2 at x is equals to 1. So if it is an open interval, then it will not have a maximum. This function does not have a maximum or minimum. But if you make it as a closed interval, then it will have both maximum as well as minimum. So that there is an important result here. Every continuous function on a closed interval. So if you take a function which is continuous and a closed interval. So in all the previous examples, when we restrict the domain to a closed interval, we get both maximum and minimum. So every continuous function on a closed interval has a maximum and a minimum value. So if you consider any example where the function has to be continuous, and if you take the domain as a closed interval, then it will have both maximum as well as minimum. That's all in this video. So I will continue with maximum minima in the next video. Thank you.